How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft build tutorial, once again here on the medieval castle. Now I realize it's been a while since I've uploaded. I've actually been a little bit sick, as you can probably tell in my voice, and not only that, but the castle does take a very long time to plan out and then also to record as well. You know, it's quite a big build and there's a lot of stuff to put into it. But what we're going to be doing today is starting on the keep, which is the main part of the castle. It's, you know, the biggest building. It's the main section where the king would live. All that, you guys know what a keep is. So I'm just here in my testing world, as you can see, so don't take too much of this into account. This is all just, you know, rough testing. But this is what we're going to be building today. In the last video, we built this over here on this side, but we're going to be starting on this building. Now, as you can see, it is absolutely massive. Just ignore all this stuff for the moment, by the way. I'm still working out that. As you can see, there's these main sort of sections with the pointed roofs, and then there's also towers around the back, and this is what it looks out from the back. I still need to do a little bit more work on this, but I'm pretty sure what we're going to be doing in today's episode is essentially just the front. So I'm going to do this part here and the entrance obviously, and this little section here, and then over on this side as well. I'm not sure if I'll get to doing this at the top because that might take a little bit too long, but we're going to be starting with the front, and then a later video we'll come around and do the back, and also I'll show you how to do these towers as well, including this one, which is an absolutely chunky tower but looks very cool. But anyway, I'm going to jump onto the other world and we'll start by showing you the dimensions. Alright guys, so here we are in the other world, and this is the layout for the build. So keep in mind, for today's video we're just going to be building off of the orange wall blocks, but if you want to go ahead, you can look at the other blocks as well. Obviously the two red circles, or actually three red circles, are the towers, which I'll show in a later video, and then the yellow are the walls. So that's including the back part of the castle as a wall. But if you're just following the tutorial, then just do the orange and that will be fine. So now we're going to start building up the castle from the base, and keep in mind, as we've been doing with the rest of the castle, we're going to be using stone bricks, cobblestone, andesite stone, and polished andesite. Now it's obviously just going to be evenly mixed through randomly, so you can do whatever sort of ratios you want. I like using a lot of stone bricks and cobblestone, and then slightly less of andesite stone and polished andesite, but once again you can do whatever you want. You can also introduce mossy cobblestone and mossy stone brick, even cracked stone bricks. If you want to get really detailed, you can use all that. But keep in mind, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be building it with stone bricks, and then I'm just going to use World Edit to change it. So I'll stress this before I start building. So obviously if you're doing this in survival, you don't want to, you know, build it all out of stone bricks and then replace blocks, because that's going to take a lot of time. So obviously on top of all these orange blocks, we're going to be just placing in, you know, just one layer around. And keep in mind that this is the height, this one block, so this is the surface level. So I'm essentially going to bring, obviously because the terrain's lower down here, I'm going to bring this up higher to here, and I'm just going to do that so that when we start taking it up higher, we know the exact height, so it doesn't get too confusing. So I'm just going to do this all the way around. Alright, so now that we're going to do that, we're going to start bringing up some of these sections, and keep in mind they're going to be different heights. So we're going to start with the center tower, which is also like the entrance obviously, and this is going to be 12 high, so including this as one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we're going to bring that across to this side just here, this corner. So then we can obviously fill all that in and do the same thing over here. So just bring this whole front section up to a total of 12. So now we're going to bring the right side up to 20 blocks, and we're also going to do this back wall here. So if we start on this corner, it'll probably be the easiest way. So that's one block there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So then at this height, we're going to bring this all the way along the top. Now keep in mind this tower is here obviously, so we're going to want to bring the wall like that, because obviously on the inside we want to be able to get into that main room. So we bring this up like this, and there we go, if that makes sense. So that's what we're going to be filling in. So I'm going to bring it along further, and all this is going to come up to 20 blocks as well. And now this section on the left is going to be 22 blocks high. So just over here on this corner, we can bring this up an extra 2 blocks, and then that is going to be the height, and we're going to bring that up all the way along, just the same way we did there. So there we go, we got these giant walls, very blank, but that's fine for the moment. So next we're going to start adding the points onto the front of each of these wall faces. So once again, I'm just going to be using stone bricks, but we're going to come to the front, and this is going to be the same method for both of the other towers as well, but we're going to leave that block there, and then come in 1, place 2 blocks, then come in 1, 2 blocks, come in 1, 2 blocks, and we're going to do that right to a center point, which will be there, and then do the same thing on this side, just like that, and then obviously fill in the front like that. So then coming up to this side on the right, do the same thing. Obviously this one's going to be taller because it is a bit wider. Just like that, and we're going to do the same thing over on this side as well. And finally on this front face as well. Now this is going to be the tallest of all of them. So next what I'm going to do is actually place the sort of balcony section up here, just so we know where the higher section building is going to go. So starting from this corner here, we can bring it in to a total of 6 blocks, so including that. So an extra 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just bring that to there, and over here as well. And then we're just going to fill in this section up the top here. Alright, so that's all the main structure we need for this part of the video. So I'm going to start replacing the stone bricks with the mix, obviously, and we will instantly see how much better that actually looks. So a couple of you guys have been asking about the code I'm using to be able to replace all the stone bricks. So what I'm actually doing here is replacing stone bricks with 25% cobblestone, 25% stone bricks, 25% andesite, 20% stone, and 5% polished andesite. So I just hit that command, and there we go. It's all magically turned into this texturing. Obviously you need world edit to do that, but yeah, a couple of you guys have been asking in the comments, so there you go. Now we can also just bring this over a little bit, just so that doesn't get too confusing. Just like that, that's fine. So next up, what we're actually going to be doing is the roofs. So you're going to have to get yourself quite a few stairs. We're going to be using cobblestone, stone brick, and andesite. You can use stone and polished andesite stairs as well. I just think it's a little bit overkill, but you definitely can. If you want to use more blocks, then go for it. But I'm going to start on the front tower here just because it's smaller, so it'll be easier for me to show you. It's pretty simple. So on the side, the front face, we're going to start by placing an upside down stair facing outwards that way. And then what we're going to be doing the whole way up is a regular stair facing like that, and then an upside down stair above it. So we get that little shape just like that. Then do the same thing there. So this is pretty simple, just all the way to the top like that. And then obviously do the same thing on the other side. So upside down stair like that, then regular facing one, then upside down, regular facing, upside down, all the way to the top. And there we go. Get this cool little shape. So then coming to the top, we're going to be placing just a regular stair facing in that direction. So there we go. So then on top of each of the stairs, we're going to place a wall with an iron bar on top of it. So then going up to the next one, and I'm just going to be I'm using stone brick walls and cobblestone walls, just obviously randomly scattered. There we go, all the way to the top. Obviously leave the top stair just free like that, and then come down the other side. So then coming to the side here, what we're going to be doing is leaving a block and then placing another upside down stair, then leaving one block, placing another stair, just like that. And on top of each of these, we're going to be doing the same thing with the wall and the iron bar. Then do the same thing on this side. And next up, we're going to be placing in the spruce for the roof. Now you can use spruce, you can also use dark oak if you want. If you're building a castle with like a color, like red roofs and stuff, you can do that here, and it looks very, very good. But I'm just going to be using spruce to match with the theme of the rest of the castle. So I'm going to start by coming in one and then placing spruce planks, just 4 blocks like that. And then on top of that, we're going to have stairs, then come in one with blocks, then stairs. Pretty self-explanatory. Just do this until you get to the middle, which is there. So we're going to come to the other side and do the same thing. So the top, I'm going to place some 4 blocks going along like that, and then I'm actually going to put some slabs on every second one. So we'll start there, and then there, just like that. Now usually on most builds I would put a trapdoor in between, but the build is so big that you're never really seeing it up close. So the difference between a slab and a trapdoor isn't much difference between a trapdoor and, a slab and no block. So I'm just going to be leaving it like that, and that looks good. So now we're going to be doing the same thing, but obviously on these sections, which are a lot bigger, but it's the exact same thing. Now keep in mind with this one, this is a curved building, so if we come to the top here, so the spruce blocks that outline the top are actually going to obviously be at this height, and it's going to come along here, and it's just going to make an L shape and be connected like this. There we go, and I'm going to be leaving this back open because we'll do that in the later video when I do the whole back. So that's what that's going to be like there, and then we can just bring this one along. We don't have to take it all the way, just take it to in line with this section. We'll probably be fine. So I'm going to get to work on that, starting with the stairs obviously. So there we go, that's that side done. Now once again I'm leaving the back open just so that when we come in later it'll be easier to adjust basically. But now we're going to come over and do this side, and that'll be most of it done. So there we go, that side is done as well. Once again, leaving this little section open because we're going to be having the building at the top placed in here, and some of these are going to be removed, so just leave that open for the moment. Now before we continue these things going along in these corners here, I'm going to do the sort of the wall, the barrier at the top along here. So we're going to come to here and we're just going to place a stair and then leave one, place a stair, and we're going to do this all the way along. We can break out that block there and do it there as well. So then just bring it all the way along to here, and on top of each of those we're going to be placing a block. So I just need to get some of these. There we go. Just place a full block on top, just like that, all the way along. And then in between, we're going to place a slab on the lower half, just like this, all the way to there, like that. And on top of each of those full blocks, we're going to be placing the wall and then an iron bar, as we've done previously. And there you go. That's that section done. So now we can bring these stairs along further as well. Just place one. We could probably just leave that one open like that, and then place the walls on top. Just in this corner as well, actually, I'm actually going to place a full block and continue that going along, just so when you're up here you can't really like walk along, because you'd be able to get around and out. So I think that looks better like that. So then this one, obviously we're going to bring along the top. It's a little bit higher, so we can just go straight over like that, and then place the walls. And there we go. So now that we've done the main chunk of the buildings, including the roofs, it's time to start adding in some windows and, you know, just some general detail, things like that. The thing we've got to do just before that is actually add the support around the bottom, which is the same as we've done on all our other buildings. So to do that, we're going to be needing full blocks, stairs, and slabs, and let's get started. So before we do that, we can just knock out a little doorway here. So it's going to be 5 blocks wide, and we can just take it up 5 blocks for the moment as well, just a square there, just so we don't place supports in the way of it. But I'm going to start in this corner. We're going to be placing 1 block, and then come across another and place up 3 blocks, and then it's going to be 1 block, then 3, then 1 in the corner, then 3. Obviously you're not going to be able to see that one in the corner, and that's sort of the point. So then 1, 3, all the way along. Just here we're going to do 1, and then also 1 like that. So then obviously leaving the doorway, coming over to this side, we're going to be placing 1 block, then 1, and then go up to 3 again, then 1. I don't need to be repeating this because I'm pretty sure you guys get the idea. One thing to keep in mind is when the terrain goes down, the blocks essentially maps to the terrain. So obviously this is lower, so now we go 3 like that, and it's 1 lower there. So pretty simple. Continue this all the way around the entire building. Leave this front section open because we're actually going to be adding a little curved bit here, and it's going to have a balcony on top of it. So just leave that whole front section. Then we can come over to this side. So we'll place 1 in the corner there, and then 1 again, and 3. So we're going to be bringing this all the way around. You can bring it on this side as well, and then we can leave it. Actually, don't do this face, just bring it to here, and then stop. So now we need to do this side as well, so just continuing the pattern. Obviously the terrain goes up quite far here, so we can do that around the corner. And for the moment, this face we can just leave because, once again, I'm not too sure what's going to be happening over here. So I think we can just leave that as a flat wall for the moment, and that'll be fine. So then on top of all those blocks that we've just placed, we're going to be putting stairs facing in towards the building. So just come along here. You could have done this while you were placing the blocks if you think that it would have been quicker. Up to you, but let's just do it now. Once again, don't worry about putting 1 in the corner because you're not going to be able to see it. So we can just leave it open. So next what we're going to do is place a slab in front of all of the lower parts. So if I just bring that up 1 higher, we're going to put a slab there. In the corners we're also going to put a slab, and then a slab there. So that's the shorter one, that's the taller one. In front of the shorter one we want a slab. Slab there, slab there. Just like this, just adds a tiny bit of support. Once again on the corner we're going to put 3 like that. and just bring it all the way through this section here as well. Also place one on the front and one there next to the doorway. And that just looks like it cements it to the ground a little bit more. One thing to keep in mind, just come into where it goes up in the terrain, and wherever you have like a slab on top of what is a dirt block now, you just want to replace that so that it looks like it goes all the way to down to the ground. I believe that's the only spot where it happened, so I think that's fine. Oh no, just in here. There we go, and these sections here as well. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to add that little curved part that I just mentioned. So coming down to the front here, just remove the slab here, and we're going to place a block on the ground there, and then one diagonal like that, and then on this one we're going to place 5 going along to here, and then just bring it back in. So that's the little curve shape there, if that makes sense. And then what we're going to do is going to bring that up to a total of 13 blocks, but it's going to be 13 from this point because this is actually lower. So if we bring it up 3, so that's 3 there. That's actually 1 block high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, just to there. So as you can see, that's actually 15 blocks high, including the bottom bit, because this is 2 blocks below the main level. So if that makes sense. So then we're just going to bring it all the way up to here, obviously on all sides. So we can just create the shape at the top and then bring it down. So there we go, that is that done. Then these supports down here we can actually bring around all the way. So we're just going to remove that one there and actually bring it up another block and then put 2 blocks there. So we're going to face them towards each other like that. Then we're just going to put 1 block here with a stair facing that way. Now we're going to leave the front blank and then replace this to the same thing obviously. So place 2 blocks here, stair facing that way, 1 block here with a stair facing that way. And then the slabs are going to be coming all the way along. So we're going to place 1 in that corner and 1 in front of there. Same on this side. And then along the front, we're just going to place 2 more like that. So just leaving 1 in between. So now at the top, we need to get some stairs. So coming to the left here, we're going to place 2 upside down stairs like that, facing obviously that direction. Then come to the front and place 2 more facing this direction. Then leave 1, place 1 in the middle, leave 1, and do the same thing on this side. So 2 like that, and then 2 like that. Then on top of each of those stairs, just place a full block. And then on the front, in between these blocks, we're just going to place some slabs on the lower half of the block. Then get yourself some walls, and once again, wall on top of each of the full blocks with an iron bar on top of each of them. And there you go. You can also fill in the floor up here because this is the little balcony area. So coming down to the bottom of here on the 3rd block, we're going to break out 3 blocks just like that. And then we can bring this up probably 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, we might take it 2 higher. Let's just do it that. 10 blocks total. So it's a 3 by 10 hole just like that. So at the bottom here, either side, we're going to place a regular stair facing out of the building, and we're going to place a full block in the middle. At the top, we're going to place 2 stairs facing towards each other at the top, just to round off the top of the window like that. Then coming down through the middle, we're going to be placing some walls all the way down until you get to that block there. We can also come in here and just remove this wall because obviously this is just going to be connected to the main room. There you go, so that's that window done. So now we're going to add a quick little doorway up here. So just break out 3 blocks and we'll do 4 high and then just place a stair in the corner like that. We can also place some spruce trapdoors on the inside to make the actual door. So if we just put a spruce door in the middle, then surround it with trapdoors just like this all the way up and then close them all like that. So then obviously from the outside we've got a door, which can actually be used as well. So now we're going to add a little smaller balcony up here. So from above the doorway, we're going to leave 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, then break out the 4th one. Then we're going to break out a 3 by 4 high section like that. And we can put in stairs at the top like that, just to round it off again. So it's actually the same shape as the door. So then just come to the inside and we're going to place the wall here. So the door's going to be like that, a little spruce door. So fill in this, obviously. So I'm just going to scatter these blocks around in here, just like that. And just this block in the middle can actually be an upside down stair, because then we can place the spruce door the other way, like that. So next up, this bit's going to be a bit confusing, but remember what we're doing here, because we're going to be repeating this pattern for quite a few spots around the castle. So in the center here, we're going to leave 1 block and then come down and place an upside down stair, and then place a block above it. We're going to put actually a 2nd block on top of that as well. So then we can put a slab on the lower half of either side of the block, and then another full block there. And underneath those, we're going to put an upside down stair. So that's actually one method. You can leave that open like that, and here you have a balcony, but we're going to add a little bit of a overhang as well, just to make it look even better. So we're going to start off by placing 3 walls on either side, like that. And then the overhang's pretty simple, so we're going to place a slab on the top half of the block next to the top wall, and then we're just going to place a slab on top of the wall, then bring it up one more, so it's just going to be a straight angle like that, then bring it down the other side as well. And then you're going to be placing a slab on just below each of these. So on the front, we're going to place one there, then bring it up one like that, then bring it up another one. We're going to have to do that, and then bring it down just like that. There you go. So that's a little balcony completely done. When we do the interior, we'll make it so this is actually accessible. That's obviously a later video. So that is this front face completely done. Now we're going to move on to the centerpiece where the entrance is going to be. So we're going to start off by doing the doorway. So obviously this is a 5 by 5 hole at the moment. We're actually going to make it 1 higher, so just knock that out. So now that it's 5 wide and 6 tall. So then this is a little weird, but in the top corners we're going to be placing 2 upside down stairs like that, and then same on the other side with a slab in the middle. And then just below those we're going to place another upside down stair like that to round it off, and then we also have these little holes just here. So now we're going to add a nice big door out of some stripped spruce wood, and then also just some dark oak buttons. So start by placing up 5 blocks like that, and then come in 1 on an angle and place another 5 going up. Then we can place the button on the front like that. Then on the right side, we're going to place 5 blocks there, and then come straight back, so not on an angle, but straight back like that. And then we can place the button on this side. So now obviously when we do the interior video, we can, make this a little bit nicer, do the floor or whatever, but that's just for a later video. But that's just a door idea that you guys can use. You could use the spruce technique, or sorry, the trapdoor technique, I should say, if you want it to be, closed, and then you can actually get in. But I think for the main entrance, it's a bit bigger than this door up here, so using that method, I think looks really cool. So just here above the door, we're actually going to be adding the exact same balcony that we did up here. So I'm going to show you how to build it one more time, because it might have been a bit confusing. So we're going to leave a few blocks here. So just like the doorway up there, we're going to leave 3 blocks here, and then on the 4th one, we're going to break that out and then cut out a 3 by 4 hole. Then place stairs in the corners and place a wall behind here. Then cut out the 3 blocks in the middle, put an upside down stair on the top. We can put a block in here, and then also put a door on top. There you go. So then we're going to place 3 stairs, 1 there, and then 2 higher, just like that, with a block on each of them, 2 blocks on the middle one, then a slab joining them together like that. So getting some walls coming up the sides like that, and then the top is just going to be done with slabs, so bringing that up to a point, and then 1 in front of each of them. So that's the balcony done and the door. So that is actually this front section completely done. So now we're going to add a nice big window on this face. So from the center here, we're going to come up about 10 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the 11th one, we can break that out. So I'm going to break out a hole that's 7 wide and 5 tall. So that's 7 wide, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that all the way along to there. So now along the bottom, we're going to place a stair in the corner and then a full block, then a stair, full block, stair, full block, stair. And where we put the blocks, it's actually going to come all the way to the top. So we can just extend that up. Let's get some cobblestone, there we go. Bring that all the way to the top. So now we actually have 4 thin windows rather than 1 large one. So in front of where each of the stairs are, we're going to place a slab on the top half of the block just below the stair. Just like this, all the way along there. Then in between, we're going to place a full block like that. And we're also going to place a full block on top of each of those as well. And then a stair, an upside down stair underneath. So then on the sides, in line with the slab, we're going to put an upside down stair like that. And then we're going to bring, using 4 blocks, we're going to bring that all the way up to there. So 4 blocks. Then same on this side. So on the left and right windows, we're actually going to place a block on the top. So we're going to make it those ones slightly shorter. And then now we're also going to place some walls in front of these blocks. So just 4 high walls on these 3 blocks in the middle. Then we're going to add a little overhang using slabs. So we're going to start by placing a slab on the top of this block on the side, and then 1 just below there. And we're going to bring this angle all the way up to the center point, and then bring it down. There we go. And then we're going to be just placing, obviously, a slab just below, the same as what we did for those sections there. So just in here, we can also place another wall to take that all the way to the top. So that's that nice big window completely done. When we do the interior, we can fill that in with panes or with fences or whatever, but for the moment, we're just going to leave it open. So now we're going to add 1 more of these little balconies up here. So I've just left 3 blocks in between the top of this window, and then obviously I've cut out the 3x4 hole. So then we put the stairs in the top corners, build the wall behind it, break out the 3 blocks, put the upside down stair and the door. Then we're going to put a stair just there, another one there, and another one there. Then 2 blocks on top of this one, 1 block on top of those ones, slabs in between, walls, 3 walls to bring it up on either side, and then do the overhang with the slabs. And that's that completely done. Just going to quickly add in some cobblestone walls and some andesite walls to these ones, because right now they're completely stone brick. Same with the ones up here. So there we go, guys. That is going to do us for this first part of the keep build. So in the next part, I'm probably going to be doing the top section and also a bit of the back. Maybe not the back wall, but at least some of the back coming down. And then in the third part, I'm going to be doing these towers just by it, which is sort of part of it, but also kind of separate. But if you guys did enjoy it, then please do leave a like down below. It does help me out a lot. Also subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll know as soon as I upload the next part of this castle building series. Also leave any recommendations down in the comments down below. I do read all comments and I often respond to them as well. So it's great having a look at the things you guys have to say. That's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.